Shine with Kendéll Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together. With Kendéll Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.
Every week on Shine with Kendéll Lenice. I am a certified transformational life coach, speaker, author, as well as a certified financial coach. Each week I hope to elevate you, educate you, and entertain you with our various guests and various topics here on Shine with Kendéll Lenice. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tell a friend. And now on to this week's show. Hey y'all. Hey, welcome to Shine with Kendéll Lenice. Thank you so much for tuning in for I believe this is the 97th show. Wowzer. Thank you so much for continuing to support this show and continuing to come back. Let me clear my throat. I just got finished teaching a workshop and spoke for 3 hours. So if I have to clear my throat, please give me that liberty. And I thank you so much. If this is your first time tuning in to Shine with me, Kendéll Lenice, welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know how you got here, but I'm just glad you did. Make sure you all subscribe to Shine with Kendéll Lenice and tell a friend or family member about Shine. I'm building the podcast. A lot of people listen and I'm grateful. Once I have a certain amount of listeners, I am able to start getting sponsorship. So of course, that's what I'm about. Start, advertising different brands. But I also have the opportunity for you all to spotlight your small businesses. I will post, I always have it on my social media, but I will make sure I put all of the information right here in this show's description, because you can spotlight your business, your service, your product right here on Shine with Kendéll Lenice. And it's low cost. I think it's like $10, $15, $20. So if you're interested in that, please email me at livingtruelivingyou@gmail.com. And all you loyal listeners, I love you. I love you guys so much. And your new ones, I'm loving on you too. So again, don't forget to listen, share, and subscribe to Shine with Kendéll Lenice. All right. Got a good show for you today, and I'm thankful that you are here. So today I'm talking about life. As a life coach, I often talk about life with my clients and with you all. So typically, if you're just tuning in, how the shows go is sometimes I have guests and sometimes I don't. And the times I don't have guests, I kind of life coach for you. That's exactly what I do to try to give you that free life coach show. So today I'm talking about when life gives you lemons, eat lemonade cookies. Yep, that's a real thing. Lemonade cookies. Shout out to the Girl Scouts of America. All right, so life. It has so many twists and turns from day to day. Our everyday lives bring about a number of challenges, as you all know. As with anything, life is about perspective, and perspective is one of my favorite words. And it's all about perspective and what you do with the time you have and how you handle whatever trial or tribulation you're going through. What do you do with the lemons life throws at you? And that's what I want to know, and that's what we're going to talk about. Well, I'll tell you. You make lemonade cookies. And before you ask, once again, if you're just tuning in, they are a real thing. But after you eat the lemonade cookies, you need to go to the gym and handle your life. You've heard of generations after generations talk about When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And I say make the sweetest lemonade possible, but don't forget to eat those cookies because you owe it to yourself to have what you want to have in life. And sometimes if it's only eating a cookie and forgetting your waistline and forgetting, having sweets or forget your diet or forget whatever it is and have a cookie. And that sounds crazy, right? It sounds like, what do you mean have a cookie? But it's all about having what you want, if that's what you want. And giving the sweet taste of the cookie can give you the sweet taste of life or a different perspective. All right, it's time for you to face up and take heed to what I'm saying. And it's no more crying in bed, no more talking to yourself, trying to figure out what you're going to do and crying in the dark and really just complaining about your life. We're not going to do complaining here on this episode, nor are we ever going to do complaining on this show. We're all about trying to uplift, motivate, and inspire one another through this podcast forum. So before I even get into the show, as I'm talking about turning your life's trials into lemonade cookies, lemonade, whatever you can make with lemons that are sweet and gratifying. All right. So, but before we get into the show and continue the show, I'm going to take a break for this week's Life Note. One moment. All right. It's time for this week's Life Note. All right. Sorry, that was a little low. It's time for this week's Life Note if you missed it. The right perspective makes the impossible possible. Let me run that to you again. The right perspective makes the impossible possible. And as I told you, I like the word perspective. I always have. In all of my books, I always talk about perspective. And I have a workbook coming out, but you guys know if you're just tuning in, my book, The Best Gift Ever, A Guide to Loving You, Learning How to Live Your Best Life, is still available on Amazon.com. You can get that hard book and it's sent straight to you, especially if you have Prime, you'll get it tomorrow. I just introduced a new book to you on November 1st, Growth, Glow, and Grace. A guide to being better, wiser, and more fulfilled. That's available on ebook form, same place, Amazon.com. And that's $9.99. So go ahead and get you a copy, rate, and review. Just not only the books, but also this podcast. All right. Pardon me. It's been a long day, y'all, but the show must go on. I just ran in here to do the show. So pardon me in advance if I'm pausing a bit. All right. So change your perspective, change your life. Healthy thinking will assist you in learning how to be different. There's nothing wrong with different. If you want to grow and if you want to move yourself to the next level and you want to learn how to handle conflict or bad news differently, you got to be different. Because if you continue being the same way, you're going to continue to respond the same way. So healthy thinking will assist you in learning how to be different. And different doesn't mean that you can't be who you are. And a lot of people think, well, if I'm different, then I'm going to lose the essence of me. That's not who I am. And no, not at all. That's not about that. It's about being better and it's about growth. So I wanted to give you 7 tips. I was researching for the show and I wanted to see if you're just tuning in, this is for you. My loyal listeners know how I do. Like I will give my perspective and we're talking about perspective, but I will give my perspective on a matter, a subject, a topic. But then I also like to see what the industry says. So what I do is I research for the shows. I think it's very, very important to be prepared. And I tell you what others think at times, and I will add to it in a life coaching format. All right. So 7 tips to gain a new perspective. Ask for help. See if a friend or a trusted colleague has fresh ideas. So it's always important to ask for help. And as a life coach, when people come to me, that's exactly what they're doing. They're asking for help. They don't know how they got where they got most of the time, or they want a different perspective, a different outlook, a different outcome. So they hire a life coach such as myself and other amazing life coaches out there to try to make some sense of their lives. So Les Brown always says, ask for help, not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong. And I totally agree. Asking for help is not weak. If you want to be better, then you can be better. And sometimes you don't, you may not be able to do it alone. You may need some help. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help. But you got to be a participant. My tongue. I just got this new tongue today, y'all. So I'm skipping over it. I'm trying to get accustomed to this new new tongue. That was a joke if nobody got that. My tongue is the same old tongue that I've had my whole life. Let me just take a breath. Literally, I darted in here with my coat still on, trying to do the show because I'm a stickler for making sure my show runs on time. So once I take my first break, I'll be all right, and I come back and continue with you guys. But I wanted to give you 7 tips if you're just tuning in to help you gain a new perspective. Number 2 is walk away. No, you're not giving up. You're simply stepping away from the problem for a while. So many people have a hard time stepping away from the problem because they always want to try to fix the problem. Let me fix it. Only if I do this, if I can do that, then I can fix it. If I do this, then it'll be this way. And sometimes the problem doesn't need to be fixed at that moment. The problem just needs for you to back away, chill, woo-saw, relax, and then come back with fresh eyes, a fresh mind, and a fresh heart to deal with the problem. Because we're talking about a new perspective here. So you got to start doing things differently. Number 3, don't be afraid to start over. Y'all know my saying, it's never too late to remix your life. Sometimes you just got to start over. You got to start over because what you've been doing or the process you've been going through with whatever trial or tribulations, all your lemons, as we're talking about, you have to just start over, start from scratch and make your life do what it do. And sometimes that's from the very beginning. Number 4, overhaul your routine. If you continue to keep doing the same routine every single day, the same way, it's going to get boring. You're going to get sick of it, and you're going to want to stop doing whatever you are doing. So you want to overhaul your routine. If you drive the same way to work every single day, switch it up a bit, change your routine because your life is getting stale right now. So you may have lemons, which are the trials, but it might not even be a trial at all. You just might be overwhelmed. You might be exhausted, and you might be plain old bored. So overhaul your routine, whatever that routine is for you. Broaden your horizons is number 5. Need I say more? If you're in the same box you're in and you continue to do the same things, or you're limited to just your area of life, your area of the city, town, state you're in, your area of friends and certain friends that you have, and these are the friends that you've had since junior high school, and you haven't broadened your horizons to meet different people from different lifestyles, different walks of life, that can get you stuck, and that can get you seeing things in that same old way, that same perspective. You have to see things from different eyes at times. Number 6, break out of your 2-dimensional view. That same old view, that narrow-minded view. Sometimes you have to break away from that. You got to break away from how you think and listen to other people and see how they think, what they do, how it works for them. You got to sometimes be able to see things from another point of view. Number 7, ask someone else to take the lead. If you are normally the leader, you're going to get tired. If you lead everything you do, you lead at home, you lead at work, you lead through your friend group, you lead through your hobbies, you're a leader. And I know I'm a leader. And sometimes you do want to take that superwoman or superman cape off and allow someone else to take the lead because we get tired. We can't be the leader 24/7, even though we can. We shouldn't have to. And we shouldn't have to be tired. We shouldn't have to be sad or depressed or, upset or angry or resentful because we refuse to take off the cape. I'm all for taking off my cape one time. I'm a hustler. I work. I got several different things going on. But at the same time, you got to know when to fall back. So we're just going to take a quick break. I'm going to get some water. I'm going to woo-saw and we'll be right back. And I say we because you are my co-host. One moment. Thank you for shining with me, Kendéll Lenice. If you're here for the very first time, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to the show and don't forget to tell your friends and family about Shine. We'll be right back. All right, like I told you, a quick break. I just needed to woo-saw and continue the show. I'm like, let me get to the show. Let me hurry up. And I am here. The show must go on. If you're just tuning in, this is the show about turning your lemons into lemonade cookies. So let me tell y'all about these lemonade cookies. Typically, pretty basic. Every year I get Girl Scout cookies to support the children of America. And typically I don't even get them for myself. Although I like shortbread cookies, I usually get them for my grandmom and my mom. So this year I ended up getting 3 boxes. I got 2 shortbread, and this is not a Girl Scouts commercial or ad or sponsorship. I'm just talking about these darn lemonade cookies. So I got 2 boxes of shortbread cookies, and I got a 3rd box of shortbread with a chocolate on one side and shortbread on the other. And those are pretty tasty. I gave those to my grandmother. So I didn't have a box of cookies for myself. I gave 2 to Nana and 1 to my mom. So Miss Joyce, shout out Miss Joyce. Miss Joyce had gotten some lemonade cookies and she hadn't tried them before. And she was like, let me get the lemonade cookies. So they were similar to the chocolate and shortbread cookies, except they had like a lemonade flavor, I guess icing, if you will, but it was hard. And it was baked into the shortbread and on the other side, shortbread. And I love lemons. I drink tea every single day and I have my lemon. Love lemons. But I usually don't get lemon flavored cookies. Let me tell y'all, I had one of Miss Joyce's cookies and I was like, wow. Like it made me say, wow. I was like, these are pretty good. So then I proceeded to get another one. So I had 2. So I went back and said, I might need to order those because I didn't get any cookies for me. So we ordered more cookies and she got another lemonade cookie and I got one. She finished her and I'm still eating mine because I only have like 2 when I have my tea. Got a little self-restraint, but they're delicious. And I was talking about doing a show about making lemons out of lemonade. And then we discovered the cookies. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And it's also another symbol of just looking for the sweet things in life, discovering the sweet things in life. And it's all about perspective. It's very important to think about perspective because I think perspective, as it does, it will change your life. It will change your mind. It's just a different way to think. When you change your perspective, you can change your life. It's that simple. Have you ever heard that before? It's very simple. So what is perspective? A lot of people say, well, change your perspective. What is that? It's just your attitude towards a way of regarding something. It's your point of view. And you can change your point of view at any time. It's all about what you think and how you feel and what you're looking at it. So it's the same age old. Is the glass empty, half empty, or half full? What do you say? Some people say, well, this glass is half empty. Clearly, you need to change your perspective. It's half full. So when you say it's half full, that's the possibility of hope. You still have that hope, or you're still thinking positively. It's not almost gone. It's half full. Well, it's gone because it's half empty. You guys know people like that. Like, they don't think positively for nothing. Everything is negative. And then they wonder why their life shows up negatively, or they're that person that walks into the room and everybody's like, here he comes, or here she comes. Good morning. What's good about the morning? You guys know people like that? I've heard people say, or you say, good morning. And they're like, I'm like, for real? Like, you're not thanking God right now that you woke up? It's very important to do just that. Thank God for waking you up. That's perspective. And you're probably looking at things from your point of view and just changing how you're thinking of things and what you're thinking. And what I don't like is when people say, oh, I got a headache. My head is killing me. Do you realize words have power? And when you say your head is killing you, you don't know what those words are saying, because one day that headache might kill you. You get what I'm saying? So you got to switch that around. You got to change your verbiage. You got to change your wording and how you say things. And you have to speak positively, because if you speak positivity over your life, you will begin to see your life differently if you exercise that perspective and how you're looking at things. You know, I don't have any money. I'm broke. No, you're not broke. You just don't have any money right now. But you're not broke. Your spirit is not broken. Your mental capacity is not broken. Your personality is not broken. You're just short on cash right now. Or you say, I need some money, but I don't have it yet, but I'm going to get it. You're thinking positively. And that's really what it's about. Turning your lemons into lemonade cookies. Start eating lemonade cookies. Not to get you fat, although if you choose that, then that's fine too. But just to really give you a taste of something sweet. Be creative with your life and how you handle things. So 5 ways here to turn your life's lemons into lemonade. So you can have the lemonade and you can have the lemonade cookies. Is that too much lemon? Do you think that's too much? You can't have too much lemon, right? Change your way of thinking. So 5 ways to turn your life's lemons into lemonade. Tune into your mind. As we discussed in the past, your mindset impacts your ability to succeed. So with your mindset, that's your perspective. That's what you're thinking. That's the positivity. So if you tell yourself that this will only last for a season, you know, God has a different purpose for us. This will only be a small part of my life. These lemons right here are to make me grow or to build me or make me stronger. Whatever you say to yourself, to know that troubled times don't last always. You know, they don't. They just don't. It's about growth. It's about you seeing yourself differently. It's about you seeing others differently. It's about learning. It's about advancing to the next level. And you have to have some some lemons in that mix. Are lemons sour to you, or are they sweet, or are they what you make it? What can you make your lemons? You can make lemonade cookies. You can make lemon meringue pie, which I really don't like, but different strokes for different folks. You can make some homemade lemonade. You can do that half and half of those Arnold Palmers, as some call it. You can put those lemons in that hot tea. You can do a lot of things with your lemon. You can put a little sugar on them and, eat them that way, as some people do. What else can you do with your lemons? You can put it in, I don't drink soda, but some people put it in Coke. You can put it in that. You can put it in that water. Lemon water is amazing for you. So what are you doing with those lemons? Because you're talking about the lemons are sour. Your life is sour. Things are happening right now. But if you look at a way to sweeten up your life, then it will be sweet. Think about the lessons that are going to happen through this lemon period. Think about the lessons that you're learning and the growth that you're having. Even diamonds have to have pressure to be beautiful. A caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Everybody goes through the transformation process. And having your lemons is just the transformation process. I want you all to focus on positivity. I can't stress that enough. Focus on the good things that are happening. Your life can't be completely all bad. You can't have, no window of nothing coming through, no kind of positivity. It's impossible. And the reason why I say that, because some of you may differ and say, well, no, this happened, that happened, this happened, one thing after another, trial, tribulation, problem. But even if that small lemon, which is a major lemon, you got up. You have your right mind. You have your mental capacity. Do you know that people take it for granted that they can get to work with no problem? What do I mean by that? You have your right mind to know how to get to your job without a GPS, meaning you have the ability to drive and know where you're going. Do you know some people are not in their right mind, or they get in the car and say, hey, not can I make it to work, but where was I going? Where was I going? Dementia is real. Alzheimer's is real, so you need not take it for granted that you know how to think, that you can remember. That is a gift, and you have to look at that. So in spite and despite of whatever you're going through, you can find that window. You can find that, those lemonade cookies. You can have some amazing lemonade. Some people make lemonade and they put a candy cane in there. Holiday seasons are coming about. Try that. Just figure out creative ways to eat those lemons, because I promise you there's growth in that lemonade period. Also, you want to reach out once again for support. It's important to have a support system, whether it's a life coach, whether it's a therapist, whether it's family or friends, co-workers, whomever. Don't suffer in silence, and don't think you don't need a support system. I often, every October, I do a breast cancer show, breast cancer awareness. And I know one of the ladies, shout out Yvette, she was talking about her, journey, if you will, with breast cancer. And she said, even though she was going through that lemon period and that trial, she thought, because she didn't want to be a burden, or she thought she could handle it, she asked for no support. She didn't tell anybody. She dealt with that alone until her sister found out, and she realized the value of her sister and her support. I know you guys are big girls and big boys out there, and you're like, I don't need nobody. I can go ahead and do that. But the truth of the matter is, you do need somebody. We all need someone, and we all need support. So reach out to your loved ones and the people who really care about you. You'll be surprised how much support they will offer you. Also, know that negative experiences make you stronger. I cannot stress that enough. They make you stronger. That's where you find your purpose. We all have a purpose, right? I hope you know that you have a purpose. We all have a purpose in life. And just finding that can help you catapult you until the next level, your next level. Everybody has a next level. And I understand that sometimes it's like, but these lemons are knocking me in the head. I never said lemon so much in the show. I'm just thinking, that was just a little side thought. But some of these lemons, you feel like they're throwing them at your head and you can't catch a break and you're dodging them and you're like, I don't want to see another lemon. Kendéll, I don't want no lemonade cookies. I don't want any tea with lemon in it. I don't want lemon water. I don't want lemonades. I'm sick of these lemons. And I get it and I understand the frustration. But you got to go through it. Everybody does. Everybody gets a turn. Bottom line, everybody gets a turn. But you're going to have to get some sleep. You're going to have to relax your mind. You're going to have to turn your mind off. And you're going to really have to just figure out what ways would make you better. And then find out the message in all of the mess that you're going through. I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. Are you stuck in an unhappy relationship or a dead-end job? Are you having difficulty moving to the next level in life? Are you looking for love or romance? Are you looking to achieve and accomplish your goals? Are you looking to get more clarity on your vision? Do you struggle with self-esteem? Are you looking for insight, trying to figure out what you're trying to do with your life? These are some of the things I can help you with. Hi, my name is Kendéll Lenice, and I'm a certified transformational life coach. For more information about my life coaching services, please visit livingtruelivingyou.com. Now back to the show. All right, and I'm back. I had to do some housekeeping. Let you know about all my life coaching services. All right, so as I was looking at the Huffington Post the other day, it was all about turning your life's lemons into lemonade. Of course, they agree that it's tough sometimes for people to turn their lemons into lemonade because everybody wants to be strong, everybody wants to be tough, and they don't want to say, hey, you know what? I can't do this by myself. I need help. But let me tell you something about sleep, as I was talking about before the quick break. Get your sleep. Harvard Medical School's Division of Sleep Medicine found that people who don't get the recommended 7 to 8 hours of sleep experience declining levels of optimism and sociability. On the other hand, when the amount of sleep increased, the same participants reported a dramatic improvement of symptoms when they return to their normal sleeping schedule. So that thing is real. If you don't get sleep, it puts weight on you and it makes you stressed. And right here, Harvard Medical School says that you have declining levels of optimism. When I first read that, I was like, wow, I didn't even know that. And I do a lot of research. But it's interesting. It made me want to go to sleep right then because truthfully, I'm glad I'm naturally optimistic and I do what I do and I'm trained to do what I do. And I also not just teach you, but I teach myself. I'm glad I'm like that because I definitely don't get 7 to 8 hours sleep any day. I'm going to try to start, but I'm a night owl. I do a lot of my work at night and sometimes I go to bed at 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. I know, y'all. I know. But that's about to change anyway. But I do a lot of work at night. And I love it because I'm a night owl, but I do get up early. Today I worked from 9 to 9. And that's not, I hate to say it, but that's not news because I work all the time, on a lot of different things, as you guys may know. But you can always go to my website, livingtruelivingyou.com or ladymotivator.com, or catch me on all social media platforms. You'll see all the things I'm working on. Number 2 for from Huffington Post. I swear, if this is your first time tuning in, I can speak. I really can speak. So go back and listen to past shows. I mean, I have shows on everything. I have some amazing guests. I always like to talk about this show. You guys remember the group Troop, right? I had Steve Russell Hart on there, the lead singer from Troop. I've had Grammy award or nominee Erica Kane on there. I've had mental health advocates. I've had clinical sexologists on there, sex coaches. I've had a pole dance instructor talking about empowerment and what pole dancing does. I've talked about autism to breast cancer to entrepreneurship. I mean, it's almost 100 shows, y'all. So go back. Relationships. I share my relationship with my husband and how we met. I talk about love. I mean, it's so many different subjects that I talk about here on Shine. So please go back and listen to some of them. All right. Number 2 on this Huffington Post list is start a gratitude journal. And I just wrote one. I wrote a journal of peace, and I'm going to publish that about February. So you'll be able to get that, and you can write right in it. I think journals are crucial to development. I think they're crucial to just getting your thoughts out there. Even if you're afraid to talk to someone, journaling can really change your perspective, as we talked about earlier with perspective. Every day, make it a priority to write 3 things down that you're grateful for. You can get a gratitude journal, or you can just jot it down on a plain old notebook, but just really write that down, because the more you're grateful and the more gratitude you show to yourself and to others, you'll begin to slow down on that negativity and seeing the glass half empty. You'll begin to change the way you think and your perspective, and you'll start seeing that glass half full. When you take the time to be mindful of your blessings, your happiness will increase significantly. Number 3, set an intention for each day. I love that, and I'm an advocate of that. Be intentional about your life. Take time to think of what's best for your future. Where can you go? How can you make your life better? Consider your goals, your dreams. Set intentions for your job. Set intentions for your career, your love life, your life overall. Set intentions and work towards those goals every single day. Number 4, become attuned to what your mind is telling you. That gut. It's crucial. So many people ignore their gut. Identify your thoughts and what's making you, why are you so negative? Why are you thinking about this way? It could really help you if you really take the time to organize your thoughts and to think about why you're doing some of the things you're doing, and how you got into this situation, and were the situations caused by the choices you've made. How do you start making better choices? Think about that. And really, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a life coach, but a life coach can truly help you organize your life, and let alone your thoughts and your ideas, and why you're doing what you're doing, and how to make your life better. I want you, number 6, to call out your strengths. Everybody has strengths. Everybody has weaknesses, but we're not focusing on the weaknesses. We want to focus on the strengths, and we want to become stronger with the strengths. Number 7, surround yourself with optimistic people. That's so important. That friend that's constantly saying you're beautiful, you're amazing, you can do this, you're smart, you're talented, opposed to, or you can get through it, opposed to the criticizing, the judging, the woe is me, pity party crew that are just going to say, well, you know what, I'm feeling down. Well, you should feel down. Look at what you're going through. You don't want that. You want positivity around you. So you got to watch who you're around. And if you're constantly around negative people or ungrateful people, if you're around 3 of them, you're going to be the 4th one. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to be that 4th negative person. And there's nothing worse than seeing a whole group of negativity and dark clouds. You ever meet those people, or you ever seen those people when you're in an event or you're out and some people come in and it's just like a breath of fresh air. It's like a light that they have over them, or like, ah. And then you see some people and it's a dark cloud. Like, who is that? And I don't want to be around them. Like, who are these people? And I don't want to be a part of that. And that's really the difference. But you got to ask yourself, which one are you? Are you the dark cloud that strolls into the room? Or are you the light that comes on when you walk into any room? Do people gravitate to you, or do people run from you? You got to ask yourself that, because of course I'm sure I can bet on you and bet that you do not want to be that person that people hate to see coming. All right. So today's show was all about turning those lemons into lemonade and eating the cake, eating anime. Well, the lemonade cookie per se. Y'all, I'm tired. I am tired, but I thank you guys so much for tuning in to Shine. You have no idea. I have been talking all day. I'm surprised I have words coming out of my mouth, even though some of them are all jumbled up. We made it through the end, y'all. I sound like I need some sleep, right? For those of you that don't know about podcasts, like, I'm not looking at anything. I haven't started visually presenting my podcast, which I'll be doing in 2020. So you'll be able to see me recording these. But right now, I'm looking at the screen and the screen's looking at me. So essentially, I'm sitting here talking to myself. So I hope y'all are listening. I hope you are enjoying Shine with Kendéll Lenice. And I hope that some of the tips I gave you will help you look at the things you're going through differently. But you are chosen. God chose you to go through what you're going through right now because He knows that you can handle it. And in order to be pushed to the next level, you're going to have to go through some pain, some struggles, some trials, some valley low moments. But in the end, you'll come out as pure gold. You guys do know that, right? So just keep your head up. And if no one told you you were amazing today, I'm telling you right now at this very minute. Remember, you are a star, so don't allow anyone to dim your shine. I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whenever you're listening to this. But I'm going to go get some tea with some lemon in it. And then I'm going to have some water with some lemon in it. And I'm going to sit back and relax. And I hope you do the same. Get to bed early, guys. If you're listening and it's daytime, take a nap, because I'm hearing naps can save your life. If you don't believe me, research it. Until next time, God bless.
Shine with Kendéll Lenice. Real talk for real people. Let's shine together.